So my good friends, today was supposed to be the day that JusticeCrack will be released based upon the bail application that was filed and was set to be moved today. Unfortunately, JusticeCrack will be spending the weekend in the cell, which is so sad, just because of the discrepancies between two legal practitioners. I'm so disappointed as a legal practitioner. I've been practicing as a legal practitioner for the past 12 years, and I've not seen a thing like this before, that two legal practitioners will be fighting as to who is going to be the lead counsel or not. And that is why and the defendant will spend days in the correctional facility, even though his health is at stake. I mean, this is just the height of insensitivity, and I'm so disappointed. Now, I'm going to show you the account of Barrister Marshall and the account of Mr. Peter Akan, and then I'm going to also tell you what is actually obtainable in the law courts, as in what the law actually provides. When you finish listening to both accounts, I will come back and tell you exactly what the law actually provides.
To JusticeCrack. On the last adjourned date, I was the lead counsel to JusticeCrack. And we know the effort we've made so far to see that we get justice for JusticeCrack. I remember I was the one that wrote to the Minister of Justice to discontinue this matter. I, alongside Mr. Mole Showere and some comrades, met with the Minister of Justice, the DPPF, and the PAMSEC of the Ministry of Justice to see that we get justice for JusticeCrack. We followed up on this matter for quite a while. But unfortunately in court today, another lawyer, who obviously was my far junior, appeared in court and said he has instructions of some persons to lead or to represent JusticeCrack. And I said, well, that's okay. You know, he has a right to representation. I said, that's okay. He has a right to representation. But I've been hearing, you know, some rumors. Although he never approached me before the court proceedings commenced. He waited till the moment of appearance to say that if another lawyer is in a matter and I intend to proceed to take over such a matter, the duty of me is to approach that other lawyer and say, I have instructions of so and so to proceed with this matter. I didn't just come into this matter on my own sole motive. It was the wife of JusticeCrack that reached out to me to represent her husband when the husband was seized in Abuja here. It was on that basis that I took up this matter pro bono. I have never taken a kobo from anybody in respect of this matter. I have defended JusticeCrack from day one at the risk and expense of my life and liberty, free of charge. I have young. He did not approach me. He just stood up in court and appeared and announced his appearance. And he just said, this is not the procedure. The last time Marshall led these proceedings, according to legal standard, this is not the procedure. The last time it was Marshall that led in these proceedings. Why are we having it here today? He said he has instruction of some persons to appear for the defendant. And I told the judge, just say, well, Marshall, now you have a choice. Are you going to withdraw your appearance, which is the normal thing to do in such a matter? And I said, well, my lord, in view of what has transpired, I respectfully withdraw my appearance with my colleague who appeared with me. And once you withdraw an appearance in a matter, the consequential orders must be made, which includes every process you file in that matter goes with it.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Peter Aka, Peter for Nigeria. What happened in court today, as unfortunate as it is, it only goes to show us that we have a lot of work to do. Not every person who criticizes a bad government is interested in a better country. Some people only traffic as long as the system is bad because it puts them in business. Let it be very clear. I have been with justice throughout this issue. Justice's lawyer, JusticeCrack lawyer, is Professor Sam Amadi. When he came to court on Monday, he had another engagement and he was not robed because we got information that he would be arraigned that morning. So he was not robed, but he was in court. So since he was not robed, he had to call another lawyer, Barrister Clement, to stand in for justice with Barrister Femi Balogun. Both of them are also senior to Barrister Marshall. Marshall came into the court and said he will be a part of it. By the time they got into court, Marshall said he wanted to lead. Barrister Clement said, I am the lead counsel. I took instruction from Professor Sam to stand. He said no, that he wanted to lead, and Barrister Clement and Femi said because they didn't want to cause issue, the judge was already asking what is going on. They stood down and said he should lead, but they appeared as co-counsels for justice. When they finished, they said put up a bail application. They came out together. Barrister Femi called the wife. We went to bring her. They did a deposition. They did the bail application together, Marshall and Femi. Marshall put his name on the application and filed and submitted, and nobody thought there was any mischievous intent, because of course they were working together. Now, prior to now, the bail application kept stalling throughout last week. Femi had to write a reminder to the judge, pleading that the date should please be given. With all the work we did throughout last week, we kept coming to court. There is a lot that we have not been talking on this case because I don't want to join issues. I know all that is going on social media. Whatever that happens, we got a date and it was fixed for today, Thursday. And then Marshall came to court. And the judge, her Lordship Justice Abdul Malik, said, who is the lead counsel, so that you can mention and then mention the other people who are appearing. Barrister Femi Balogun stood up and introduced himself. Marshall said no, he must introduce himself as the lead counsel. The judge asked Justice, said, okay, who should lead? He said Femi can lead, that they are working together. Marshall said no. He took exception to it and told the judge that if he's not going to lead the defense of justice, he wants to withdraw the bail application, because it took his own name. The judge looked at...
Now, if you listen to both accounts, that's Mr. Marshall's account and Mr. Peter Aka's account, you can tell that they are two different accounts. But as a legal practitioner, I believe Mr. Peter Aka. Now, this is the reason why I believe Mr. Peter Aka's account. This is because there's no provision of the law that says that when a legal counsel is changed, when a legal practitioner or when counsel handling a matter is changed, that everything he filed in the matter goes with him. There's no law. It's not in our Legal Practitioners Act. It has never happened. So what is actually obtainable is that when there is a change of counsel, the new counsel coming in files an application for change of counsel, where he would now formally inform the court that, see, he is now the current person that is going to be handling this matter, and that the former person, this is what happened, he is the one that is briefed, and now he is now the one. He will give a detailed account of what transpired and formally inform the court that now he is the counsel that is handling this matter. That is how it's done. And the matter continues from where it stopped. Because every information filed in court is the record of the court. Because immediately you file it in court, it becomes the court's property, becomes the court's record. It is no longer the counsel's property. So if the counsel leaves, the matter continues the way it's meant to be. So that is why I had a problem with Mr. Marshall's story, because what Mr. Marshall said is not true, because there's no court that would ask that his bail application be withdrawn as well as he withdraws. There's no law. There's no law in Nigeria. Even our Legal Practitioners Act does not provide for such. So he is totally wrong in that regard. And that is why I believe Mr. Peter. And then going forward, please, legal practitioners, let us just be careful. You cannot, because of your selfish interest, allow the litigant to suffer because you want to lead the matter so that you will be popular, or so that you will now try to boost your profile on the internet, and an innocent man is going back to the prison even with an ill health. That bail application was meant to be moved today. And with the story that Mr. Marshall said, you can agree with me that nobody opposed that application. And because there is no opposition, there's every possibility that if that bail application is moved, it will be granted. And this man at least will go and take care of his health. Now, because of somebody's pride, another innocent person is going back to suffer. Please, counsel, let us try as much as possible to act professionally and act with dignity and respect, irrespective of social media and paparazzi and all. If you have a social media account that you want to grow, you can grow it without trying to jeopardize somebody's health and career. You know, the whole thing just got me pissed off. I thought I would come and inform you today that Justice Crack is released and then we'll rejoice. But with the look of things, it will now be till Monday. Unfortunately, he's going to be sleeping in the facility till Monday. You know, spending the weekend there. I just pray that God keeps him and preserves him. When a legal practitioner withdraws, the legal practitioner is the person that withdraws, not his applications or the processes he filed. It is only when a judge withdraws that the matter starts de novo. These are two things. The judge is the court. The judge is the court. The legal practitioner is the representative of the litigant. So if the court is changed, of course the matter will start de novo. But if the legal practitioner is changed, the matter continues from where it stops. Please, let's learn this today. And don't allow any legal practitioner to deceive you or take you for granted. Thank you very much for having me and enjoy the rest of your day.